Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is part the alternate dimensioneth of the My Little Pony episode, where it's set in the 2000s TV show as opposed to the 90s or whenever that one was. So, without further ado, here's Mad Dog Manus doing stuff with ponies. Mad Dog in Equestria, the art of pony war. General James Mad Dog Mattis blinked hard, the kaleidoscope of colors in front of him making him feel like he was on the tail end of a 72-hour no-sleep bender. Around him stood ponies. Yes, ponies. Each vibrant and animated, just like they'd stepped out of a Saturday morning cartoon. This wasn't the desert, and it wasn't the Pentagon. It wasn't even Earth. General Mattis! We're so grateful you've come, said Twilight Sparkle, her eyes wide with hope. She adjusted her wings nervously as the rest of the ponies gathered around her and nodded in agreement. Mattis crossed his arms, scanning the Technicolor crowd. Miss Sparkle, what is it? Was it? Care to explain why I'm here? His voice carried the same tone he'd used to motivate Marines before battle, but with a hint of bafflement. Twilight stepped forward, her horn glowing faintly. We brought you here because Equestria's under threat. Queen Chrysalis has returned, and her changeling army's stronger than ever. We need your strategic mind and military expertise to defend our home. Mattis suppressed a snort. A talking horse asking for military advice wasn't on the list of situations he'd prepared for in his decades-long career. But there was a fire in Twilight's eyes that reminded him of the young officers he'd mentored. Rainbow Dash stepped forward, hovering in front of him. You're supposed to be this epic war hero, right? Well, we need someone who can kick butt and take names. And we heard you're the best. Mattis rubbed his chin, his brain shifting into tactical mode despite the absurdity of the situation. What kind of resources are we working with? Numbers, terrain, morale. Twilight levitated a map of Equestria toward him. Here's the layout of the land. We've fortified Ponyville, but the changelings are gathering near the Everfree Forest. They'll attack within the next 2 days. Mattis studied the map, ignoring the fact that it was drawn in crayon. Your defenses are weak here and here, he said, pointing at Ponyville's western flank and a narrow pass near the forest. We'll need to funnel them into choke points. Can you ponies handle ambush tactics? Ambush? Applejack tilted her hat. Ain't that a bit snaky? Mattis glanced at her. War isn't about fairness, ma'am. It's about winning. Do you want to protect your home or not? Applejack exchanged looks with her friends and nodded. Reckon you got a point. Over the next day, Mattis whipped the ponies into shape. He turned Rainbow Dash and her speed into a reconnaissance force, Applejack's Earth ponies into a logistical backbone, and Pinkie Pie's peculiar energy into psychological warfare. Even Fluttershy, who trembled at the thought of confrontation, was giving a role handling wounded animals displaced by the conflict. When the changeling army descended, the ponies executed Mantis's plan with precision. Log barriers funneled the enemy into narrow paths, where the unicorns' spells and Pegasi strikes decimated their ranks. By the end of the battle, Queen Chrysalis was retreating with her forces, vowing vengeance. As the sun set over Equestria, Twilight Sparkle approached Mattis. Thank you, General. We wouldn't have done this without you. Mattis nodded, a rare smile tugging at his lips. Teamwork wins battles, Twilight. Remember that. In a flash of magic, the pony sent Mattis back to his world. As he found himself in the office once again, he shook his head, muttering, Never thought I'd be proud of training ponies for combat, but here we are. Thin. I deeply love this one. I can just the characters are more vivid in my brain. I have not watched a lot of My Little Pony. I can say that the show is fun. Maybe I'm a closet brownie, brony words. Uh, Maybe I am a closet brownie. Who knows? Maybe I'm actually that small little magical creature that hides in the walls and basically does borrower stuff. I don't know. You'll have to ask David. Maybe he's witnessed maybe turn into a brownie. I don't know. But if I am a brownie, then I'm a brownie who's a brony, potentially. Anyway, I'll stop talking. Appreciate you guys. Say nice things to your fam. Live with peace with the ponies in the world. I'll see you around.